My friend, I'm going to talk about Somewhere Over the Rainbow. I'm going to keep this underneath 4 minutes, hopefully. We're going to be playing in the key of G major. We got a G major, A minor, B minor, a C major, a D major, E minor, you got it, F sharp diminished, and then we're going to play a G again. So for this song, we've got like a G major rocking out in the beginning. We're then going to be busting out different chords throughout the whole song, but what we want to see is we know our G major, we know our D major, we know our E minor, and we know our C major. That's going to be the basic theme on here. We will be playing a B minor, which is nothing more than a D major, barring the whole thing, getting that A that we're always trying to avoid, and then throwing our finger down on the unison B note. Now, check this out. You can also play a B7, which works completely fine, or a D6 if you want to call it that way. Either way, you play all the notes on the 2nd fret. That makes a B minor 7. So when we get to a chord, which is a B major 7, it will feel completely different. Don't confuse the two. Okay, so when we're going through here, in the beginning has some chords: G major, da 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 da, D major, down down da 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 down, E minor, doom bam da 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 down, C with an E in the bass and a doom down, G major, da 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 down down, B major, down da 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 down down, E minor, yeah, C major, yeah. Then it's gonna go into the changes from the D major to its relative minor, just meaning all the notes that were in that first progression, G, D, are the same notes in G, B minor. D major and B minor share the same notes. They have F sharp and C sharp. So when we play woo, we're going from the 1 to the 6. That is incorrect. 1 to the 3, and then the 4, which is the C, and then back to the 1. When we get into the verse, it's going to change a little bit, but the finished part of the oohs, it goes to a C major. Here comes the B7. Bar up the 2nd fret, play the C at the 3rd fret. E minor. Since I've already got that bar right there, I'm just going to go ahead and move this up and then lay down my E minor shape. It looks exactly like the D minor, but it's up a whole step or a whole tone. All right, buddy. So when we go through the process of that, you can also play B7 like this. Looks exactly like the E minor, but we play it horizontally down and we leave the A string open. 2, 3, 4, and then to an E minor. That works as well, but I like the bar chord. Helps me control the longevity or the decay of the note, which means staccato or legato. Either way, you choose. So, then the verse. Somewhere over the rainbow. It's gonna follow the same thing as the intro. So G, B minor, I'm sorry, not the intro, but the intro with the ooh. It's gonna follow the G major. It's gonna go then to the over the rainbow, the 4 of the chord, the C major, then back to the 1. Ooh, the 4 of the chord, the 1 of the chord. It's gonna go to the major 5, the perfect 5th, the D major, and then the minor 6th, the E minor, and then back to the C. That whole thing is going to be repeated. That is the verse. So when you follow through the 2nd verse, someday I'm gonna, it's going to go to the B minor, wake up where the clouds are far behind, where trouble smells like lemon drops and high up on the chimney tops, that's where you find me. So then the 3rd verse is going to go into that. We had that as our bridge. So the first verse is going to follow the same chords as the oohs, and then the bridge is going to go through the same thing, but it's going to incorporate the E to the C at the end. So our whole thing goes, the bridge here, G major star, B minor, E minor behind me, C major where troubles are like lemon drops and high above them chimney tops is where you find me. I would say a fun thing to do while you're playing this, maybe do a E minor here at the 2nd fret, go up here and play only the top 3. Yeah. And then be able to move the fingers up here to the, the 10th fret, and then play what would look as if it is a G minor, but it's going to be the E minor up here. when we play the E minor up top here, the E minor here, and the E minor here gives us a fun little thing to do between the C. And heck, you could even do the C to the C to the C. Sounds good. Here's what it'll look like at the end of the bridge. Troubles were like Lyndon Johnson, high upon the chimney tops, that's where you find me. Something, make it your own. Anyway, at the end, if you're up in a high sort of feeling rhythmically, try and break it down and bring it down with a couple oohs at the end. Ooh. Something along those lines. That last rhythm is actually my favorite of all the rhythms, so I'll show that to you. Boom chaka cha chaka cha chaka cha chaka ha. So we've got like a quarter, eighth note, rest, and then we're gonna go back down for that quarter. Boom chaka cha boom chaka boom boom kaka Now musically, rest, eighth note, rest, quarter. I hope this video is groovy for you. I always enjoy explaining things. If you dig the way that I teach, please subscribe and give a thumbs up, and throw a comment down in the comment section, and enjoy the community. Aloha.